Bom dia, amiga. Vamos conversar um pouquinho sobre aquele texto do Brown, sobre os princípios de ensino de segunda língua? Eu queria falar um pouquinho sobre isso. Eu vou te mandar uns áudios, tá bom? E falando sobre alguns princípios e depois você pode falar sobre os outros se você quiser. The first one is the automaticity. It talks about the forms of the language and how the students understand them, process them, and use them automatically. And it's hard to think too much about the form of the language you are using, so we have to understand them and use them unconsciously, like something automatic. The second one is the meaningful learning. The meaningful learning says that it's better to the students uh, lead with the subject as a whole than rote learning. Like it's better to understand the subject as something meaningful than something more divided by the teacher. The third one is the anticipation of reward. It says that the humans work better when they anticipate a reward, and the students who have another motivate are better students. But one of the tasks of the teacher is give some rewards to the students, some immediate rewards, so they are more concentrated on getting that. The fourth is the intrinsic motivation. It talks about the internal, the self motivations of the students. When the students want to know another language because they desire this, because they wish this, it's better to them. So they put more effort to getting that. And usually students don't need external motivate, like external reward. They create their own reward to get their goals. The number five is the strategic investment. The success of the student will be the investment that they give to the learning, like time, effort, attention, and even money. So when they invest, when they organize the investment of time, effort, attention in the subject, it's better to them. When they know when they are doing, it's better to them, they will get their goals easily. The sixth is the language ego. So we have, when we learn a second language, we develop a new kind of thinking, like feeling, acting, and even culture, and a second identity. The new language ego can create something new in the learners, like a new sense of fragility, defensiveness, and raising inhibitions. Um, but it can create a new sense of a new person, a new sense of culture and self identity. And it can work with the learning.
Hi, Lucas. Well, we can do this. You talked about some principles, and I will talk about the others, okay? The seventh one talks about self-confidence. The students must know that they are fully capable of learning a second language or a third language. Self-esteem is an important point in this learning process. The next one is risk taking. Um, Sometimes in the learning process, the students make mistakes, but it's completely normal. And and all of us as futures teachers have to know about it. And the ninth principle talks about the language culture connection. When teachers are teaching, they have to teach language, but also a complex system of culture, customs, values, and ways of thinking about the other language. Not just about the language and grammatically, but also the the culture of the other language. Now talking about the 10th principle, the native language effect. When the students are learning the second language, they connect the first language with the second language, and it's hard to some of the students, but it's normal in the learning process. The last are interlanguage and communicative competence. About interlanguage, according to the author, success for interlanguage development is partially a factor of utilized feedback from others. Um, the teachers have to know that only the language classroom it's not enough. They still have to know more about other kind of language. To finish these principles, we have the communicative competence, and I believe that this point is one of the most important in the learning process. The teachers have to give freedom for students to communicate in class. They have to talk with other students to practice the language.
So we have 12 principles, and they are bases for the auto learning environment or classroom environment. And I think it was a wonderful and very instructive conversation. You're amazing. Thank you. See you later, girl.
Sure, you're right, Lucas. Bye. See you later.